you we pay homage to Triple Gem together first, right? อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภควาพุทธังภควันตังอภิวาเทมิ สวากขาโตภควตาธัมโมธัมมังนามัสสามิ สุปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนะมามิอันนมยังพุทธัสสะภควโตปุปภาคณมการังกาโรมาเซนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ All right. Okay. Hello again. Good afternoon from Chiang Mai, Thailand. Okay. I hope that you all are well and happy. Okay. Still going strong with the classes. Okay. Do you hear me all right? Okay. Just give me a feedback.
Yep, I can hear you clearly.
Good. Okay. Okay. So we are now at week number 5. Okay. I think, right? Session number 5. And we have covered quite a few of the groups in our Proverbs. Let me see. Okay. Let me show you the screen. All right. Okay. Here is our timetable. And we are here, week number 5. Okay. We have covered 8 groups of the Proverbs. Okay. Starting from the Atta Vakka, Apamata Vakka, Kamma Vakka, Kilesa Vakka, Khanti Vakka, Chitta Vakka, Thana Vakka, Dhamma Vakka. Okay, and today is going to be Pakinaka Vakka. Okay, and the translation we have learned about this. All right. And by the way, do you know how they are arranged in order? You know, this group of proverbs. Did you notice how they are arranged? Like according to the alphabetical order, or if you can see like A, but it's going to K, then come back to C, or how they are arranged. Do you have any curiosity or any questions about this? I know Leo. Have you noticed how they are arranged? How they like put these chapters in this order?
No ครับ no ครับ
Not in the English alphabetical order, right? Newman, any observation? No. Kim, just join us. Hello, Kim.
พี่นมัสการค่ะ
Hello. Do you see this chart?
Yes.
Did you get the questions? What I was asking?
Yeah. หลวงพี่ is asking why is it arranged in this way, right?
Right.
Kim take a guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like everything come from ourselves, as in we start from ourselves and then we develop ourselves by following, not to be careless, and then to do all the good deeds.
Oh, wow.
And
You put
to
a lot
have,
of consideration into that in ordering this. All right?
yeah, my guess.
But it's just a simple alphabetical order. But in fact, it's like in Pali alphabet,
Oh.
But Pali alphabet start from from the vowels first. Okay, there are 8 vowels. Okay, 8 vowels. U, A, O. All these 8, and then the consonant start from ka, 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 nga, ka. It's like K, something like that. So these are the alphabetical order in Pali. So it would make sense if you the order in Pali and Thai quite similar. Okay, although the number of the letters are different, but they are pretty much in that order. So, but I just so you know, okay. And
Interesting to know.
okay, and we are here at Pakinaka Waka. Pakinaka means the miscellaneous, and today we will cover only this group because it has 17 verses. Okay, and okay, before going into that, I have another sheet that I might show you about the 2 books that we refer a lot to. Okay, and these are the Dhammapatha and the Jataka. Okay, all right. Let's look at the Dhammapatha first. Okay, the Dhammapatha, they are like the verses. Okay, that may be uttered by Lord Buddha himself or somebody. Okay, mostly are about Lord Buddha. Okay, they are grouped into also what we call Vakka or chapter as well. Okay, and there are altogether 26 chapter. Okay, starting from Yamaka. Okay, and go up to the Brahmana. But I don't think these are in the any specific order. Okay, and there are different number of verses in each chapter. Okay, altogether there are 26 chapters. Okay, and the number of proverbs or the verses are 423. Okay, and we take some of those into our books. Okay, to study. Okay, and these are, and with the verses there are stories. Okay, that the verses are in Tipitaka itself. Okay, because in Tipitaka it has only the verses. It doesn't have any stories or any explanation. Okay, so when you read Tipitaka, the Pali canon, you just go into the verses, and then the stories are written later in the commentary. Okay, and there are stories that are related to the verses. Okay, altogether, some of the verses are combined to one story. Okay, so altogether there are 305 stories. Okay, okay, so that you will know about this. Okay, and the next reference that we talked about a lot is Jataka. Okay, Jataka. Jataka are also divided in different sections. Okay, okay, and there are altogether I think 22. Okay, but the Jataka also in the Tipitaka, okay, has only the verses, no explanation. Okay, the verses mean like a poetic writing. Okay, and there is no like explanation in details. Okay, and the Jataka were divided according to the number of verses in the story. Okay, starting from the first group, the first section is Eka Nipata. Eka Nipata meaning that only one verse. Okay, and the next is Tukka. Tukka Nipata, second 2 verses. Okay, and so on. Okay, up to 11 Eka Tassa Nipata. There are 11 verses. Okay, 1 to 11 in each section. Okay, and then after that will be Tavatasa. Oh, Tavatasa is also 12. Terasa 13. Okay, and then after that, after 13, there will be a section called Pakinaka, miscellaneous as well. And this is supposed to have something like from 15 to 20. Okay, supposed to have from like 14 to 20. Okay, and then the next section is Visanipata is 20 plus, from 20 to 30. Okay, this section, and things are from 30 to 40, something like that. Right? And then it's like increment of 10 up to 80. Okay, which is asiti nipata. Okay, so this is the 22nd books. Okay, 21st book. The 21st book. Okay, so in this last session, each story will have more than 80 verses. Okay, and then there are called what we call a Mahanipata. Mahanipata means the great stories, okay, which contain more than 100 verses, okay. And this is like a long story, and it's talk about the great rebirth of Lord Buddha to accumulate specific perfections in each rebirth, okay. So there are 10 and similar to the 10 perfections, okay. And what we read a lot in Thai is these 10 stories, okay, because it's a long story. Yeah, and very, very interesting to follow. Okay. So these are how they are divided. Okay. And then but in the actual Tipitaka, some of the story has like a different number of verses put in the book. For example, this section of Tukka Nipata supposed to have two verses, but there are story like story number 159 has 4 verses, story 203 has 5 verses. Okay, these are the exceptions. Okay, that do not follow according to the title of the section. Okay, so this is how they are arranged. Okay, and in the first book that contain 1 verse. Okay, there are 150 stories. Okay, and the second book or second section that contains 2 verses has a 100 story. So the number like keep reducing. Okay, because the story get longer. Okay, like number 3 and number 4 has 50 each. Okay, and so on. Okay, these are the number of stories in that book or that sections. Okay, okay. And the last one, of course, has 10 stories, 10 great rebirth story of the Buddha. All right. Okay, these are, I think, quite interesting, because if you go to the Tipitaka and read, there will be only verses, no explanation. Okay, but the commentary is the addition to that to explain the story. Okay, while there were number of verses are a few, like very few, the story will be have to explain more. Okay, but where we have like more verses, the explanation will be less, because it's already explained in the verses. Right? So altogether, if you notice, there are 547 birth stories in this part of Tipitaka called Jataka. Okay, and the last 10 from 538 to 547 are the great 10 stories. Okay, however, there are some other part in the Tipitaka that might mention about the previous life of the Buddha as well. Okay, so these are the compilation of all the birth story. Okay, if you go to read the introduction of the reference that we talk about, the Shataka, you will get some idea. So this I try to summarize to and show to you. Okay, all right. Okay, any questions or any comments? Have you read the majority of them?
Not majority yet, Lumpy. But yesterday, Kim read the one that Lumpy mentioned, 70 over Proverbs. And it was quite lengthy. Yeah.
Uh,
And some of the language they use are those
yeah.
ancient English.
Old style. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the website, the Chataka Tell, I don't know if you that mentioned by Laurent, I think. I'll show up, find up the Chatakata Tells. Okay. These are like a more modernized way, simplify, easier to read. Okay. But it's like a short form. Okay. Maybe the story is like a just brief. Okay. But they are completed as well, 547. Okay. So maybe we can compare different translation. Okay. Yeah, here they are. 547. Okay. And I don't know where this last one, Vesantara Shataka. I don't know if you heard about that. Where when he complete his perfection in giving or in charity. Okay. His life. It's a very long story. Okay. All right. What about the rest? Do you find them interesting or fun to read? Right? Messi, have you read? How many have you read for the Chataka?
Long P, I have not read this. I read the one that Long P sent, the animated ones.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what's interesting. Yeah,
Yes, yes. That one
yeah.
is quite interesting. I like the animation ones.
Unfortunately, we do not have a lot of those in English. Okay, you
Yes.
know, one
Oh,
of the story that our main temple made is Maha Ummaka Chataka. I think there are over 200 episodes, but all in Thai. Oh, they are very very interesting to watch. Okay, but
yes, yes. Because like what Kim says, after I read the English, right, I was
right,
thinking, they are in English, but how come I cannot understand what, what are they talking about? I read like 2 times, 3 times. I was thinking, what is it they are talking about? And then when sometimes they emphasize something, they have to say the same thing again and again.
right,
I
right.
wonder, why?
That's the way it is in Tipitaka. A lot of things has been repeated. Okay, because
Yeah.
it's been transferred through knowledge to oral transfer like repeated by memorization by repeating. Okay, so they had a lot of repetition. Okay,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's
Actually,
similar to
Loki, can I ask, like, sometimes why, like the same thing, why do they have to say 3 times? Is there any like
oh
specific, or is it something? Or because I try looking at the words, is there any like different, like maybe slight different or something like that? But some are like it's the same thing but repeated 3 times. Why do
well
they do that, Loki?
in I think in the old tradition, what you say 3 times mean that you really mean it. You didn't just
Ah.
say out of just say jokingly or without any intention. That's why when you request for precept, you repeat 3 times. Or when you want ordination, you ask for ordination, you repeat it 3 times to make sure that you really mean it. Okay, so
Ah,
that's the way it is in Buddhism.
I see, I see. I see. That's what it means.
Right.
Sometimes I wonder why must it be 3 times, and then is it like some culture, or is it only happen during Buddha time or something like that?
It's the culture in the old days, I think. Yeah.
It's just like
Okay,
when we say
modern day we
satu,
still
satu,
have.
satu.
But modern day
Modern
still
day we
have.
still have the bidding, 100 for one, 100 twice,
Yeah.
100 tries, confirm.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yes.
And yeah, it's similar as well in even in Thai version, you know, because this book in Thai version is like using old style language. So the children nowadays are like very very drawn to this, you know. So we have to put it into animation where people like say to you in a simpler version of language. Okay. Okay. All right. We let's move on to our proverbs. Okay. if you do not have any comments or any questions. Today Haigo is here. I was going to ask where is Haigo. How are you, Haigo?
ครับนมัสการหลวงพี่สวัสดี
Okay.
ครับ
I hope you catch up with the discussion that you just made.
Yeah, a little bit. I was a little bit late because I'm in the temple for Bucha Kopra, right?
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had this morning as well. Good.
Yeah. Lumpy Kevin sent me pictures. I saw your picture already, Lumpy.
Oh, okay. Good. All right. And then maybe I will give you the chart that I compile about the Jataka and the Dhammapata. Okay, for you just to read. Okay, to see how they are arranged, and then we will move on with our proverbs. All right. Okay, we are in this group of Pakinaka or miscellaneous group. Okay, Pakinaka means miscellaneous. Okay, which means that they do not put this into any of the chapters or categories that we have. Okay, and there are 17 proverbs in this group. We will maybe go through them quickly, and then we come back to some of the reference. Okay, as we did before. Okay, let's look at the first proverb. Akkochi mang, awati mang, achini mang, ahasi mang, ahasi me, ye jatang, upanaya hanti, verang te sang na sammati. Okay. He insulted me, he injured me, he defeated me, robbed me. In those who harbor such thoughts, hatred never ceases. Okay. So for those people who always have these thoughts, okay, that he insulted me, or this person injured me, this person defeated me, this person robbed me, this person mocked me, something like that. Keep the thoughts, okay, and then the hatred will never cease. Okay, for in those people, okay, and yeah, this is from Dhammapata. Okay, we will take a look later. But let's move on to the next one, which is from the same story. Okay. Akkochi mang, awati mang, achini mang, ahasi me, ye jatang, nu panaye hanti, verang tesu pasamati. He insulted me, injured me, defeated me, robbed me. In those who do not harbor such thoughts, hatred does cease. Okay. For those who never have those thoughts, or when they have the thoughts arise, they just discard them. Okay. Give up the thoughts. Okay. And then hatred will cease. Okay. For those people. Okay. So if you don't keep thinking about those, maybe the things that in the past that have somebody did something wrong to you, or something that you don't like, okay, but you did not harbor such thoughts, okay, and then you can maybe forgive or stop the hatred, okay. And so this is the two proverbs that are the opposite of each other, okay. So if you are able to give up those thoughts, okay, that he does something wrong to me, he insulted me, okay, he harmed me, okay, and then that's the way to stop hate, okay, right? And then what do you think about this too? Is it like make sense, right? Okay.
Yes, Lumpy, very true.
Okay. Okay. We will come back to that. Okay. Let's move on to the next number 3 in this group. Okay. Achi yatha vata vekena kitang atthang paleti na upeti sankhang ewang muni namakaya vimutto atthang paleti na upeti sankhang. Okay. Just as a flame blown out by the wind is extinct and can never be described. Okay. So also is the sage who is absolutely released from the mental compound. Okay. So means that he cannot be explained. Okay. His stage of the mind to be released from the mental compound. Okay. Like be free, be liberated. Yeah, cannot be described. Okay. This is the word of the Buddha when he tried to talk about the state of the person who is liberated, okay, or who attain the enlightenment. Okay. So it's hard to describe. Okay. Only those who attain will be able to realize that. Okay. This is just like the flame of the candle of the fire. Okay, when it's blown out by the wind, okay, it's gone. Okay, and you cannot explain where they go. Okay.
Luang Pi,
Yes.
is this this saying about the flame that is blown out also a picture for going for the Nibbana?
Mm-hmm.
That someone wanted to describe Nibbana and take the same thing. It's just like a flame that is blowing out.
Right.
It's not there anymore. It's not totally gone, but where is it? We don't know.
Yeah. So it's difficult to explain to those who do not attain. Okay. Or
Yes.
who are still in this realm of existence, which is very much different from the Nibbana. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is how the Buddha answered. Okay. We move on. Okay. Next one. Indriyani manussanam hitaya ahitaya cha arakkitani hitaya rakkitani hitaya cha. Okay. Human sense organs can be either useful or useless. Okay. Those uncontrolled are useless, while those controlled are useful. Okay. This talking about indriya, meaning that there are many meanings for the indriya. Okay, sorry. Okay, indriya. Yeah. But in this sense, it means the sense organs. Okay. Or our sense perception organs, which are the eyes, okay, the ears, the nose,
Nose,
okay, the
mouth,
tongue, the body,
body,
the
and
mind. Yeah. Sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 6. It's depend whether you want to include the mind or not. Okay, but eventually the sense, the sense that you receive, you perceive, will go through your mind. Okay, but sometimes without any external stimulation, your mind can pick up some of the feeling or emotion by itself. Okay, by thoughts. Okay, so they can be considered the 6 doors, or sometimes the material ones are the 5. Okay, while the mind may be the immaterial. Okay, what it says here is that the sense organ can be useless or useful. Okay, can be benefit or non-benefit. Okay, when you have this sense organ, the one that you cannot control, if you could not control the sense organ, they are useless or unbenefit. Okay, non-benefit to you. While those control, if you control them, they are useful. Okay, to control your sense organs mean you should see, or you should look at things that only beneficial or only useful. Okay, those things that are not useful, you should not see, or you should not look at. Okay, similar to other organs. Okay, the thing that you should smell, you should touch. Okay, you should taste. Okay, or thing that you should thought, should think of, or you should not think of. Okay, so this is the word of a Thera, or an elder. Okay, an elder, senior monk. Okay, in Therakatha. Okay, so it says that this is a teaching about you should control your sense organs. Okay, to make it useful. Okay, all right. Does it make sense? Okay, I hope it makes sense to you. Next one, we move quickly first. Okay, Tasmahi pandito poso sampatsang atthamattano lopassa na wasang khatche hanaya tisakang manang. Okay. Discerning people, for the sake of their own benefit, should not allow themselves to be overpowered by covetousness. They should try to get rid of it. Okay. So those people who are wise, okay, for their own sake, okay, for their own benefit, okay, they should not allow themselves to be controlled or be overpowered by covetousness. Okay, this is maybe the greed. Okay, they should try to get rid of it. Okay, so they should control them by get rid of the greed or the covetousness. Okay, right. This is the teaching for the wise. Okay, by Lord Buddha, okay, in one of the Chatakata. Okay, all right. We will move on next. นักขัดทังปฏิมาเนนตังอัตโถปาลังอุปัชฌคาอัตโถอัฏฐสะนักขัดทังกิงกริสันติตารกา A chance always passes the fool who is calculating the position of the star. It is an auspicious occasion in itself. What can the stars do? Okay. This is talking about the people who believe in like the astrology too much, about, oh, this time is good for doing that, and while this is not a good time for doing something. Okay, and for those people who believe in that and waiting for the good chance, okay, but actually a chance will always pass. Okay, who are just waiting for the right time, or the good time to, or the auspicious time to do. Okay, because the star cannot do anything for you. Okay, so this is the teaching of a bodhisattva. Okay, I hope you know when you talk about bodhisattva. Okay, and this is from Jataka. Okay, all right. Anyone wanna clarify the word bodhisattva, or do you all understand when we talk about bodhisattva? หลวงพี่ Leo, if you
ครับผม
make kind
ครับผม
enough to explain the word bodhisattva.
Bodhisattva it mean the person who pursued the Buddhahood ครับ
Oh, wow, very good. Okay,
Oh,
so it comes from those
okay.
two words. Okay, bodhi mean the enlightenment or attainment. Satta means the being. Okay, this means that the being or anyone who have the aspiration to be a Buddha in the future, it will be called bodhisattva. Okay, and so in most of the Jataka story, we will have it's a story of the bodhisattva. Okay, because he was not a Buddha yet. Okay, he is only just a being who is working toward the Buddhahood. Okay, so in this Proverbs, he talk about, like, he teach someone that don't wait for the good time or the right occasion. Okay, just do it, because it doesn't it's not up to the stars. Okay, it's only up to the person or the things that you do. Okay. Next one. Sorry. Na satu palawa palo sa sang wintate tanang kan tanta metang tum metang kat tanti nirayang husang. Therefore is the result when an influential villain take a shortcut road to richness. To the terrible carve of woe will the Lord of hell drag down such a wailing fool. Okay, so if you read this again, this is similar to what Kim and Messi mentioned about the old style English. Okay, because this is the translation, and when the book was written, it's about 60, 70 years ago. Okay, and translation into English is not much different. Okay, but it means that for those who are a fool, fool, okay, or the villain, okay, who take a shortcut road to richness, okay, who do anything to get money, okay, take a shortcut. I mean, that means that do not do it the right way, okay, but maybe go around the corner doing something wrong to be rich, okay, and it's not good, okay. The Lord of hell, okay, will drag down such a wailing fool, okay, so he will be punished in the next life, okay, in the hell, and then he will be tortured, or he will be regretful with what he did, okay. So this is the teaching of also the Bodhisattva, okay, or this is maybe written as Bodhisattva in Sanskrit. Okay. Okay, so it's also from Jataka. That's anyone should not take a shortcut to be rich. Okay, you should do it honestly to be rich. Okay, otherwise you will be punished in the next life in hell. Okay, this is just maybe simple explanation. Okay, next. Pancha kama kuna loke mano chatta mano chat mano chatta mano chatta pavetita etha chantang virachitawa ewang tukha pamucchati. The five objects of sense organ with the mind as the sixth were already made known. Whoever releases himself from sensual enjoyments will accordingly be liberated from suffering. Okay. This is like the teaching of the wise one, or the person who know. Okay, already talk about the five objects of sense organs. Okay, like we talked about that. Okay, I mean the sight, the smell, okay, the sound, the touch, okay, the taste, okay, and including the mind. The mind is number 6. Okay, so this is already be taught by the Lord Buddha and the wise ones. Okay, and whoever release himself from sensual enjoyment, anyone who listen, okay, and follow the teaching by releasing himself from this pleasure or this enjoyments, okay, and then they will be liberated from suffering. Okay, they will be able to get rid of the suffering. Okay, if they can like control or release themselves, detach themselves from the sensual pleasures. Okay, this is the word of Lord Buddha from Samyutta Nikaya. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Para tukku patanena yo atano sukha michati vera sang sakha sang sattho vera sona parimuttati. Okay. Those who seek for their happiness by harming or inflicting pain upon others are inextricably involved in hatred. Okay, they cannot be free from enmity. Okay, for anyone who seek for their happiness, okay, I think everyone wants happiness, but if you gain happiness by harming or causing pain to others, okay, so you cannot be denied to be involved in hatred. Okay, you cannot get away from hatred, and then you cannot be free from enmity. Okay, because when you cause harm or pain to others or suffering to others, people will be they will dislike you, to say the least. Okay, and then some of them may hold grudges. Okay, they try to get back at you. Okay, and then it will go on and on. So when you want happiness, you should not cause any harm to others. Okay, this is from Dhammapada. Next one. Okay, number 10 in this group. Paritang ta tarumaruya mariha tarumaruha yatha sithe mahannave ewang kusita makama kusita makama sadhu shivipi sihati. Even as a person who clings to a scrap of wood in an ocean, okay, is sure to be drowned. So is a luxurious but lazy person doomed to misery. Okay. So when a person like is in the ocean, okay, by himself, okay, and what he can find is only a small piece of wood, okay, a scrap of wood, okay, and if he hold on to that, he is sure to be drowned, okay, because it cannot help him afloat, because the wood is only a small piece of wood. Okay, so similar to a rich person, okay, but lazy. Okay, if he is lazy, he is doomed to misery. Okay, I mean he is doomed to be poor in the future, because if he is a lazy person, do not keep protecting or gaining more of the wealth, he will certainly be poor. And this is the word of a Thera or a senior monk. Okay? So say that you should not hold on to the small piece of wood in the ocean, or you should not keep associate yourself with the laziness, okay, or the lazy person. Okay, otherwise you will be doomed to misery. Okay, no questions. We move on to the next one. Okay. พลังจันโทพลังสุริโยพลังสมณะพรามนาพลังเวลา สมุททัสสะพระลาติพระลาพระลาติพระมิทธิโย Great is the power of the moon, the sun, the hermit, and the seashore. But the greater still is that of a woman. Okay, maybe this proverb will make some of our class happy. Okay, says that although the power of the moon and the sun and the hermit and the seashore are great, okay, however, the power of the woman is greater. Okay, do you agree? I think even even the gentlemen would agree with that, because they realize the power of a woman, right? Okay, when we will go to see the story, this is about Shataka. Okay, compared to power of the woman of a woman to the power of the moon, the sun, the hermit, and the seashore. Okay, because those things are the nature, the element, so they are strong. Okay, they are very powerful. Also, the hermit, the one who practice himself, okay, also have power, but cannot be compared to a woman. And next one, พหูนังวตาอัฏฐายะอุปัชชันติตถาคตาอิทธินังปุริสานัญจะเยเตสาสนะการกา The Buddha's birth was for the benefit of the many, women and men alike, okay, women as well as men, who follow his doctrine, okay, who follow his dharma, his teaching, okay. So talking about the occurrence or the appearance of the Buddha, okay. So this is for the benefit of many, okay, many beings, okay, or whether a man, a woman, okay, or other form of beings, okay, who follow, who listen and follow his teaching, okay. And this is the word of a senior monk named Mankisa. Okay. Next, okay. Yattha po sang na shananti shatiya vinayena wa na tattha manang kariyatha kayiratha vasang anya take shane. You cannot expect people to give you due respect when you are in a place where your birth and qualifications are not yet recognized. Okay. This is from Shataka. Okay. And it says that you cannot expect anyone to give you respect. Okay. When you are in different place, for example, you are in different country where they do not know you. Okay. They do not know who you are or where you come from. Okay. So people would not give you respect, okay, because they did not know you. Once they know you better, then they can give you the respect that you deserve. Okay. Okay. But this was okay from this Chataka. Okay. And there will be another proverbs from the similar story. Okay. We'll see that again in the next few proverbs. Okay. We move on to the next one first. เยจะกาหันติโอวาทังนราพุทเทนะเทสิตังโสถิงปรังคมิสสันติวลาเหเนวะวาริชา okay. Those who follow the Buddha's teaching will reach the bank of safety as the merchants reach their destination safely with the help of their host named Walahaka. Okay. So this is just give the example, okay, like compare those who follow the teaching of the Buddha, okay, will reach the bank of safety. That means that be free from the suffering, okay, And this is just like the merchants in this story, okay, who reached their destination safely with the help of the horse named Valahanga. Okay. And this is from Jataka, okay. And this Jataka, some merchants, okay, were saved by this Valahanga horse. Okay, that's why this is like said by Lord Buddha, okay, to give the example. Okay. Next, we move on. Okay. Ye Buddha ma ajayanti nara dhammassa kovita titte dhamme ja pasangsa sampa rayo ja sukhati. Those who are wise in the Dhamma and who revere their superiors are praised in their present life and are also blessed with happy lives hereafter. Okay. For those who are wise in the Dhamma and who pay respect to the seniors, okay, the superior, okay, they will be praised in this life and they also will be happy in the next life. Okay. So this is the meaning of this proverb. Okay. And this is also from Jataka. Next one, Rupa, Sattha, Kanta, Rasa, Phassa, Dhamma, Ja, Kevala, Etang Loka Misang, Korang, Etha, Logo Vimuchito. Or the sight, okay, Rupa is the form, Sattha, the sound, Kanta, the smell, Rasa, the taste, Phassa, the touch, okay, Dhamma is the mental phenomena or the emotion or the feeling. Are terrible worldly temptations, okay, into which beings are deeply merged. Okay, so talking about this six sense pleasure, okay, or six senses that we are like surrounded, okay, and all the beings cannot get away from those, okay, cannot be free from those pleasure, sensual pleasure. Yeah. So we have seen about this, okay, sense pleasure, okay, and if you can free yourself from all the pleasure, okay, you can be liberated or free from suffering. Okay, next, I think this is the last one. Yeah.วิเทสวาสังวัสโตชาตะเวทะสเบนปิขมิตตพังสปัญเยนะอปิทาสัสสะตัชิตัง It is advisable for a wise person staying in a foreign land, okay, however brilliant as far he is, to endure the threatening even of the native slave. Okay, so this is like the teaching for a person who is wise, but he is in the foreign land. Okay, he's in a different country, different city, different town. When even though how good he is, how wise he is, okay, he should endure the threatening even from the native slave. Okay, so when you go to different country, okay, you may be looked down or you may be despised by the people from that, even though they are not as that good. Okay, they can be the slave or the people who are of lower status. Okay, they can look down on you. Okay, but you should, okay, to keep like your endurance or your patience. Okay, even though you were treated badly from the people over there. Okay. So this is also from the Shataka. Okay, the similar story. Okay, in Jataka from the previous one. I think it's number 14. You cannot expect people to give you due respect when you are in a place where your birth and qualifications are not yet recognized. Okay. All right. So these are all the 17 of the Proverbs in this group. Okay. And let's maybe take a look at this is the number 62 to number 78. Okay. And then you can see that these are from the same story. Okay. Jataka 304. Okay. And many of the proverbs in this group are from Jataka. Okay. And three are from Tammapata. Okay. Let's maybe go take a look and maybe some of the, go back and take a look at some of them and the reference. Okay. Okay. The first one talking about the revenge or the hatred. Okay. For those who have the thoughts, he insulted me, injured me, defeated me, robbed me. Okay. For those who have these thoughts, okay, the hatred will never cease. But for those who do not have these thoughts, okay, the hatred will stop. Okay. This is from the Dhammapata, verse number 3 and number 4. Okay. We will look at the okay. Dhammapata. This is from this story. Okay. The story of Monk Tissa. Okay, we can go to see that. Tissa, okay, is a monk, okay, who is a relative to Lord Buddha. Okay. He is the son of Buddha's maternal aunt. Okay. So he's like a cousin, I think. And he has become a monk when he was old. Okay. And he like he's very proud that he is related to Lord Buddha. Okay. But he did not practice well. Okay. He failed to perform the duty expect of the junior monks. Okay. So he did not pay respect to senior monk. Okay. He often quarreled also with the younger monks. Okay. And if someone rebuked him on account of his behavior, he would go and complain to Lord Buddha, crying. Okay. And one time, Lord Buddha asked him, why you have to come to me to so sad and sorrowful with tears in your eyes, weeping? The other monks, okay, if say that if he goes alone, he may cause trouble. So they went with him, and after paying respect to the Lord Buddha, and then he when the venerable Tissa answered the questions of the Lord Buddha, and he would say that, venerable, this monk are abusing me. Okay, he like claimed that the other monks abusing him. And also the teacher asked, but where were you sitting? In the center of the monastery, in the hall of state. Did you see this monk when they came? Yes, I saw them. Did you rise and go to meet them? No, I did not. Did you offer to take their monastic utensils? No, I did not offer to take them. And Lord Buddha said, Tissa, do not act thus. You alone are to be blamed. Ask their pardon. Okay, so he told him to ask their forgiveness. And then Tissa is stubborn. Okay, he would not ask for the pardon. And the monks said to the Lord Buddha, he's an obstinate monk. He's very stubborn, sir, venerable sir. The teacher replied, monks, this is not the first time he has proved obstinate. He was the obstinate also in the previous state of existence. Okay. So they asked Lord Buddha the story in his previous life. Okay. And then Lord Buddha said that there was an ascetic named Devala, okay, who is in the Himalaya country. Okay. And he wants to come to the city. Okay. During the raining seasons. Okay. So he asked him, where do the monk stay in this city? Okay. And then they answered that in the potter's hall. Okay. In the hall belong to a potter. Okay. So he went to the potter's hall. Okay. And asked if he could stay there. Yeah, I would like to spend the night in your hall. The potter agree. Okay. I have no work going on in the hall at night. Okay. So it's a large one. You can spend the night here if you want. Okay. And then later, another ascetic named Narata, okay, returning from Himalaya, okay, come to ask the potter to stay for the night as well. Okay. And the potter thought that the ascetic who arrived first may or may not be willing to spend the night with him. I will relieve myself from responsibility. So he said that, Venerable, if the ascetic who arrived first approve of it, you can spend the night at your pleasure. Okay. So Narada approached Tevala and said, Teacher, if it is agreeable to you, I would like to spend the night here. Tevala replied, the hall is a large one. There is, therefore, come in and spend the night on one side. So he agreed for Narada to stay. Okay. And so he went and sat down. Okay. When it's night time, Narada, okay, just remember, okay, the place where the monks, the ascetic will come first, they will lay down, okay, and he noticed the position of the door, okay. It's like a very really careful to remember, okay, because at night he might want to go out to maybe to the toilets or something, okay. But when Devara lay down, instead of lying down in his proper place, he lay down directly across the doorway. So Devara maybe just lie down, okay, across the doorway. So when Narada went out at night, he trotted on Devara matlock, okay, or maybe the hair, okay, on top of the head of Devara were like touched when Narada went out. Okay. So then Devala was crying out, okay, who is treading on my locks? Then Narada replied, Teacher, it is I. Okay, he said that it's me. False ascetic, said Devala, you come from the forest and tread on my locks. Okay, teacher, I did not know that you were lying here. Please pardon me. Okay. Narada asked for forgiveness, and then he went out. And Devala was very angry, okay, crying as if his heart would break. Devala thought to himself, I will not let him tread on me when he comes in also. So he think that he would not allow him, Narada, to make the mistake again. So he turned around and lay down, placing his head where his feet has been before. And then when Narada later come back in, he thought to himself, the first time I caused harm to the teacher, this time I will go to pass his feet. Okay. So he go to the other side while they were already changed the position. Okay. And when he entered, he also touched on the Devala's neck. Okay. Devara will cry out again. Who is that? Narada reply, is I teacher. For ascetic, the first time you trod on my locks, this time you tread on my neck, I will curse you. So he will curse. Okay. While Narada asked for forgiveness, I did not know that you were lying in this position. When I came in, I thought to myself, the first time I injured the teacher, this time I will go past his feet. And please pardon me. For ascetic, I will curse you. He will never forgive. Okay. And he says to them, Narada asked again, do not do so, teacher. They were not paying no attention to what he said. Curse him at the same, all the same, saying that, may your head split into 7 pieces at sunrise. Or when in the morning, may your head split into 7 pieces. Okay, break down. So this is, he had a very strong hatred toward Narada. Now Narada, perceiving that the curse would fall back on his brother ascetic, because Narada would have a lot. I think he has practiced very well. Okay, and he is good virtues, so he knows that this curse will go back to Devala. Okay, and he felt very sorry for him, and then used his power of meditation, okay, to prevent the sun to rise, okay, to pause the sun not to come up. Okay, when the sun did not rise, the king has come to intervene and ask Devara to apologize. Okay, Devara refused and said that Narada to Devara, the teacher, I will put forth my power of meditation and make the sun to rise. Okay. So he will release the power and let the sun to rise. And at the moment of sunrise, please keep a lump of clay on your head and submerge in the water and rise in different places as you go your way. As soon as the sun rays touch the lump of the clay on his face, it divided into 7 pieces. Okay. Thereupon, Tevala ducked into the water and came up in different places and ran away. Okay. So he used this this way, okay, to make the curse go away by ask Tevala to put the lump of clay on top of his head and go down the pond, okay, dive in, and then when he comes up and the sun rise, okay, what breaks is just the clay, okay, were broken into 7 pieces, okay, and then this caused him to be safe from the curse. Okay. And then Lord Buddha said to that monk, at that time the king was Ananta, Devala was Tissa, okay, and Narada was myself. Even at this time he was abstinent, because he not only in this life the monk Tissa was stubborn, he was also in his previous life. Okay, so this is also like a Shataka. Okay, when he talk about this, I'm not sure whether this story would happen in the Chatakata anywhere. Okay, but this is one of the Chataka in Dhammapada as well. Okay, so that's the where the stories of these 2 proverbs come from. Okay, you should not hold on to the thoughts. Okay, that somebody hurt you, harm you, and keep the hatred. Okay. Okay. After listening to the story, what do you think? Any comment or any questions? Leo, what do you think? Have you heard the story before? No?
No, no.
So I hope you enjoy the story. Okay. Some of the story, even though they may sound like very super normal, okay, but we should not disregard that this is just the story that just have no grounds. Okay, just because there are things that we may not be able to do, but there are many people who have the ability to do such things. Okay. What about the rest? Have you ever heard about this story? Okay. Human, are you still here?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. Well, what do you think about the story?
I'll find a little bit fanciful. It's a little bit fanciful story itself. Fairy tales story.
Fairy tales, yeah. Okay. Could be. Some of these are the
Maybe.
tales. Maybe, but they are like, but they give you a lot of maybe like values or the stories that the virtues that you can learn from. Okay.
Yes, because I also personally have this past experience. Someone have insulted me and
Oh.
give me a very bad comment. I was having the mind of how to, I wouldn't say revenge, but how to insult
back.
him back in a different situation. But after a deep talk about 2-3 weeks, I realized it doesn't worth to do that actually.
Right.
After all, it's just a comment from him. It's just an insult of him to me. But why should I do it back again? And doesn't serve me any good at all. It will
Right.
become a very bad relationship even can be.
True. That's true. Okay. And when you have this thoughts, okay, that you keep hatred to yourself, the one who is unhappy is yourself. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe
yes.
you could not sleep well while the person did not have any. They just forgot
Yes.
about it.
In fact, I was keep thinking how to find opportunity to insult him back. I find it's a bit crazy to spend this time thinking about all this matter.
Right. And it will not make your mind clear. Okay.
Yes. So
Very good.
I find it's not logic to think about it after, even though he has insulted me.
Right. So I think this is a good learning. Okay. Similar
Yes.
to the proverb. Okay. Any idea from Kim?
Yes, Long P. Very applicable and very useful. The story sounds a bit like what you might say, a bit fairy tale.
Right.
And Kim just wonder, Naratha, was he a Arahant already? Why
No,
was
not Arahan. He was
why how come he has such a power to stop the sun from coming up, Long P?
there are many ascetic can do that from the training of the
Oh,
mind. Okay. But they are not maybe able to get rid of the defilements yet.
yeah.
Okay. But the mind can do wonders. Okay. You practice the meditation deep enough that you can do such a wonder things. Okay. But
Mm,
the best thing is the ability to get rid of the defilements. So Narada only the previous life of the Buddha. Okay. So at that time he did not gain enlightenment, the full enlightenment yet. Okay. But however, this ability, this attainment is not like permanent, or it can sometimes you can lose that power. Okay. I mean, you can return if you did not keep your mind well enough. Okay. I think we will go to some of the story, maybe also fairy tale, but let's look at that the story about the power of the woman. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Shatakata number 433. Oh,
one thought, Long P.
Okay.
One thought to the story before.
Okay.
I have to think of Lumpy P. Spencer and our retreat. And there was like, I don't know what happened, but there was something that upset him a little bit. And then he said that, why should I let something that upset me, like in the story before, right? The man wanted revenge. So if you want revenge from someone, you always have that in mind, in your head or in the center. And why should we let something that upset us stay in our center or stay in our mind? Because the place in the mind is very valuable, right? So he thought that, oh, this is like valuable place. I not let something like this trash inside my mind. This is a little bit around, but it's facing into the same thing. So just let it go.
Right. Similar to your mind is very precious that you should keep your mind clean and clear. Okay. What you those thoughts, those bad thoughts, this is like the trash, okay, or the thing that you should not keep to yourself. You should put it away. You keep or maybe somebody would compare it to the corpse of the dog. Okay, you keep dragging it along and you say it's so stinky, but you cannot let go. Okay.
Yeah.
You are still suffering from those. So
same thing.
Yeah. All right. So we will talk about the power of the ascetic, and we will go to this Chakata. Okay. Chakata number 433. You see. Chakata. Okay, let's go to, let me find Chakata 433. Moment. I think it should take us to there. Okay. Please be patient. Okay, let's find another one. Okay. It's the name of the Shataka. It's called Loma Sakasapa. Loma Sakasapa. Okay. The birth story about the ascetic. Okay. Loma Sakasapa. I think his name is Kasapa, and Lomasa means the long hair, I guess. Okay. In the present, one monk longs to return to lay life. The Buddha tells story of an ascetic of old, I mean in the old time, who was tempted to perform a sacrifice through desire for a princess, but realized his projected deed was wrong and repent of it. Okay. And it's talk about the Bodhisattva is the ascetic Lomasa Kassapa. Okay. And Sariputta Thera is the great minister. Maha Amatya. Okay. A king like Saka, this story, the teacher dwelling in the Chetavana, told concerning worldly-minded monk. The teacher, Lord Buddha, asked him if he were longing for the world, and when he admitted that it was so, the teacher said, monk, even men of the highest fame sometimes incur infamy. Defilements like this defile even pure beings, much more one like you. And then he told a story of the past. Okay. In the past, Prince Brahmadatta, the son of Brahmadatta, king of Benares, and the son of his family, priest named Kaspa. Okay. So these are the young prince, okay, Brahmadatta, and a young man named Kasapa, who is born in the priest family. Okay, they were schoolmates and learned all the science from the same teacher. Okay, and then the prince later become a king. Okay, and the Kassapa, his friend, thought that my friend has become king. Okay, he will bestow great power on me. What have I do to do with the power? So he don't want to get the power that the king would give him. Okay, I would take leave of king and my parents become an ascetic. So he decided to uh, renounce the worldly life to become ascetic. So he went to Himalayas and the great mountains and adopted ascetic life. And on the seventh day, he entered on super knowledges, okay, and attainment from meditation. Okay. Only 7 days of practice, he is able to attain super knowledge. Okay. And then he just live from whatever he can have from the field. Okay. And he was given the nickname Ascetic Lomasa Kassapa or the hairy Kassapa. With his senses modified, he became an ascetic of grim austerity. Okay. He did not live on much. Okay. And then this his great austerity caused the Sakka, the king of the god in the heaven, okay, to be to thought that to think that uh, with his practice, like fierce fire of his virtue, the virtue is like a fierce fire. It caused him to fall from his position, okay, of the king of the heaven. Maybe he would like fear that the ascetic, okay, Kassapa will come to replace him. Okay. So he tried uh to go to King Banaras, okay, and try to break down the practice of Kassapa. Okay. So he entered the royal closet of the King Banaras and eliminated all the chamber. And he said to the king, "Sire, arise." When the king asked, "Who are you?" he said, "I am Sakka." "Wherefore are you from?" "Sire, do you decide so rule in all Jambudipa or not?" So he asked if he want to be the great king, the only king, and to control everyone, every kingdom in the Jambudipa. Okay. The king said, "Of course I do." And then he tell the king that bring Lomasa Kasapa here and bid him offer a sacrifice of the slain beast. Okay. And you shall become like Saka, exempt from old age and death, and exercise rule throughout all Shamputipa. Okay. So he like make a false claim to the king that if you want to be great, okay, you can ask Lomaka Kasapa to do the sacrifice of the lives of all uh, the the beast or the cows, the animals. Okay, if you make Lomasa Kasapa to do this sacrifice, you will be uh, you will be exempt from death. Okay, and you'll be controlling rule all the kingdom in the Jambutipa. Okay, and this is the words, okay, in this Chataka, the first word. And the king uh, accept, okay. So the king asked one of his counselor named Saiha, okay, and asked him to go, okay. And then he went there, okay. Let's go quickly. I think the first time that Saiha went, okay, the Lomasa Kasapa, okay, like I refuse to go, okay, because he know that it's not a good thing to do, okay. So he said this verse, okay, that he would not go, okay. And then after that, the counselor, the Saiha, went back and told the king, okay. The king said that, what should I do? Okay, and did not do anything. But the next night, okay, the King Saka come again, okay, and asked, why do you not send for him, Lomasa Kasapa, okay, and ask him to sacrifice? And he said that he refuses to come. Okay, the ascetic refuses to come. And then the Saka asked him, tell him that you should use your daughter, Princess Jantavati, and send her together with Saiha to ask Kassapa to come. Okay. So this time, the next day, Saiha to the king's daughter, the princess, okay, and went there, okay. And then the ascetic, okay, when he looked at this princess, okay, he losing his moral sense, okay, because he like get controlled by the beauty of the princess, okay. He fell away from meditation. He lost the power, okay, and he cannot control himself. And then he said that, okay, he will agree to do the sacrifice. Okay, I will sacrifice. Okay, and then they go back to the kingdom. Okay, so they when prepare the sacrificial pit. Okay, and all the animals. Okay, he said, the king said that if you offer a sacrifice, I shall become equal to Sangha. And then when the sacrifice is completed, I will give you my daughter. Okay, and Kassapa accepted. Okay. So the king, together with the princess, okay, and all the animals were crying, okay, roaring, okay, because they know that they were going to be killed, okay. And then the people, okay, the other people that were gathering around, they said that this is not proper or befitting you, because they said that the ascetic should not do this, okay. They like shout to Lomasa Kassapa, okay, and they say these two words, okay. Both sun and moon bear potent sway and tie no power on earth can stay. Brahmin and priest almighty are, but womankind is mightier far. Okay, the similar verse that we learned, okay. And this is after this, Kassapa came back to sense, okay, and he, after hearing the people shouting and all the animals like crying, okay, he come back to his senses, okay, and he said that I have done a sinful deed unbecoming of my character, okay. So then he later focused on the meditation again and recovering his power again. Then he can sit cross-legged in the air, okay, teach the Dhamma to the king and the people, okay, and then go back, okay, back to the place where he stay, okay. And then after having end this story, okay, Buddha said that, okay, in those days, the great counselor Saiha was Sariputta, Loma Sakasapa was myself, okay. So this is a story of an ascetic, okay, who, even though he practiced well, okay, but he did not control his sense organ, and then he would fall for the beauty of a woman, okay, and almost commit the wrongdoing, the great wrongdoing, okay. And if he did so, he would have to go to hell. Okay, so this is the story. Okay, sorry for making such a long story, but this is a kind of maybe along the same line with the previous story. Okay, but show you that the ability of the mind, that they attain this supernormal power. They are not permanent yet, and until they gain the full enlightenment. Okay, become arahant. That way, that the power will not be loose. Okay, sorry for going over the time. Any questions or any comments before we end? So I hope you enjoy the class. Okay, all the proverbs and some of the stories. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. So if there is no comments or questions, I think I will let you take a few minutes of rest before the next class. Okay. So let's pay respect to the triple gem together. Araham Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantam Abhivademi. Buddho Menato, Lord Buddha is our refuge. Sawakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami. Dhammo Menato, the Dhamma is our refuge. Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sanghang Namami. Sangho Menato, the Sangha is our refuge. Yeah. Thank you for your attention. Okay, and hope to see you again next week. Okay.
สาธุหลวงพี่นมัสการ
Thank you.
ค่ะ
Thank you.
สาธุขอบคุณครับหลวงพี่